The last item under the Administration module, we have the Display screen. This is simply where you set up different screens to display information in your organization. First, we have the Screen Layout. This is where you set up the screen size and the information zones on the screens. We also have the Screen Pages, where you set up various pages that will be used to add information like videos or text to different screen layouts. We have the Screen Playlist, where you can play various videos in series. And then we have the Screens, for setting up the different screens you have in your organization. First, let's look at the screen layout. Here we can set up a new screen, so add New. Let's say the title for this screen. We want this screen to be in the reception area, so let's simply call it Reception. The height of the screen, 720px. And for the width, let's say 1280px. And then we add. And next, we'll design, select the screen layout, and click on the design. This will open up the screen. We'll add what we call zones. Zones are different sections of the screen, where you display different information. Add a new zone. Let's call this zone Main Display, so I'll just write Main. For top, because we want the screen to start from the top, we'll simply put 0. For left, we'll put 0. For the width, we put the width of the screen, which is 1280. For the height, because the screen height is 720, we will use 600 because I want to use the remaining 120 for another zone. Display order, 1, and then the background color and others. I will leave those ones and then I'll add. This is the first segment of our screen. You know what? Let's change the background color a bit and make it gray. Let's add a new zone. This zone, I'll call it Scroll Text. For the top, I want it to start from here where the first zone stopped, so the top will start from 600. The left will be 0. The width will be the same width of the screen, which is 1280. And the height will be 120. Then, for the screen, I'll use a different shade, a lighter shade of gray. And then I'll add. And here we have our screen setup. Next is the pages. We open the Screen Pages. Here we can set up various pages for the screen. This is used for adding multiple video files or text for your display. Let's add a new page. Let's call this page Reception Page 1. Then we select the screen layout, Reception. Here you can define background image and background color. I'll leave that one blank, and then I'll add. Just like before, select the page and design. This is where we'll add the elements that'll be on the screen. Right-click on the screen, and simply select Edit Zone Content. You can add a text or a video. For this zone, I'll add a video. So I'll select the video, let's add a video. I'll select this video. And then I'll add. And there we have our video. Now let me add a scroll text. Right-click on this zone. Edit Zone Content. And I'll add a text. Let's say, Welcome to Health Workbench. Make this big. Let's say 64. I'll make it bold. And then I'll make it a scroll text. Here you can define how you want the scroll to happen. And here you can define the speed of the scroll. I'll leave those ones default. And I'll add. And there we have our video. And our scroll text. Next is the screen playlist. We select Playlists. In the previous section where we added a page, you can have multiple pages with multiple text or videos, and from the playlist, you can put them in a series. So to do that, let me go back and add another page. I'll add another page. I'll call it Reception Page 2. Select Reception, and then I'll add. For this page, I'll design, right-click on this zone, edit zone content. I'll add another video. Let's add this video. So we have another video, and then we'll add texts. I'll use the same text as before. Welcome to Health Workbench. Then I'll make the text bold, and make the font 64, and make it a scrolling text. And then I'll add. So now let's go back to the playlist. We'll add a new playlist. This playlist, I'll call it Reception Play. Then I'll define it with a short code RP. The first page, I will select Reception Page 1. And select duration in seconds, 5 seconds, or let's make it 10 seconds. Then I'll add a new page. I'll select the page 2, make it 10 seconds, and then I'll add. And then we have our reception play here. This is the URL that you put on your smart TV. The moment you put this URL, the video will start playing on the TV. I'll copy this URL and open a new tab and paste it. Remember to remove anything not part of the URL. And there we have our video with our scroll text. After 10 seconds, it switches to the next video. So you can define how long you want each video to stay before switching to the next video. You can always come back to edit and increase how long it stays. Let's say I want to make it 20 seconds. And then make this one 20 seconds. Each video will stay for 20 seconds before switching. And lastly, we have the screens. We have the screens here. This is where you define the screens, where the information will be displayed. Let me add a new screen. Let's call this. Because I want this screen to be at the reception, I'll call it Reception. And the short code, RCP as a short code, and then we add. Now we have our screen. You can select this screen to send the information you want. Another thing you can do with the display is to call a patient that is in the reception area or in the waiting room, under the doctor's workbench, which we will come to in a later video. You can call for a patient that is in the waiting room. Up here, you can select the screen you want to send the call to, and then simply click on Call Patient. The moment you click on Call Patient, it will be displayed on the screen and the person will see their name and know that the doctor is calling. This brings us to the end of the administration module. We'll be starting a new module in the next video.